And we're back on Saturday Morning Sports Talk with Kevin and the gang. I think they're going with NFL draft picks now.
Hey, that's a good guess. Shelby Heating and Air, 704-487-7877. Special offers online, KTC Broadcasting. This morning, Shock Joxx, Kevin and Zach. Zach, we would have had somebody here if Terry could answer a text. I'm going to throw him under the bus. I know he's listening. 14 hours, or 11 hours between
Terry
texts.
threw you under the bus, like Draymond was guarding
It's awful. His teammates. I mean, how do
he
you not
left
respond?
him out to dry.
So me and Zach sitting here by ourselves now, and like we could easily.
Terry, what do you think? I'm sorry.
For folks at home, Tom texted and said he reminded me that he was out of town.
Right.
And I said, okay, no problem. And usually if Terry's gonna be here the whole time, we'll just go to us three, and we'll have to replace him. That if you're gonna leave early, then we'd get somebody to come in and help out, but no biggie. Zach and I can handle it. We'll do a little fun here in a little bit.
We need to put their bobbleheads up.
Yeah. Major League Baseball. We'll go over the standings real quick, and we're gonna try. I may get Matt Chapman on the phone here in just a few minutes, and we'll see about that. Zach, Cardinals and Cubs play today. If anybody wants to watch that doubleheader. First place, 30-22. Pujols had a walk-off the other night. His first walk-off in like 3 or 4 years.
Was that pitch?
Not a home run. It was a sac fly, actually. But I did want to bring that up because that's one thing that I don't know if the WAR, 9,000 things into the WAR stats take that into account. And I like to bring that up all the time. Is like, these kids or they'll teach them they'd rather you strike out than put. They were like, well, Pujols is grounded up in this many double plays. Well, this is how you ground into double plays, Zach. You swing the bat. So let's say it's first and third with one out. No outs, right? And you hit a ground ball, and it gets doubled up, but the run scores. Well, that wins the ball game, right? If you did it that way. But so what I mean by all that, for example, is that Pujols is a really good hitter, but he's situationally such a good hitter, it's ridiculous.
Moving players.
Right. Hitting the ball to opposite field when there's runners on second and third. Hitting the ball in the air. Like the swing he took the other night was just a straight loop and make contact. If he makes contact, it's going in the air, and they knocked him in. And so I don't know. It's one thing I know or I'm guessing the WAR does not take into account that situational hitting in that sense, getting out maybe on not necessarily on purpose. You want to get hit, but it's not that bad if you do, as long as you hit it in the right direction.
Over the last 10 years, the small ball's kind of taking a back seat. Moving players, stealing bases. You look at we've talked about this the total base stealing for the American League and the National League champions together are 20 under what Ricky Henderson done in the American League in the 80s.
You know who everybody forgets to mention when they talk about base stealing?
It was the Cardinals.
Vince Coleman.
Yeah, the Cardinals guy. There was two for them. One was before Vince. It was Lou Brock.
Was the all-time steals leader until Ricky. Ricky broke Lou Brock's, but Vince still had. He got the high season.
He got overshadowed because of Henderson because they played the same time.
Mm-hmm.
But they were always National League,
Ricky's
American League.
Way better hitter than Vince too. Like Vince wasn't a home run hitter. Ricky Henderson was hitting home runs. So how's your Braves, Zach?
Same as if we don't get to the All-Star game and turn something around, we might not we might not be in the playoffs.
Well, that's what I was about to bring up a second ago. Is that the Braves are on the edge? 50 games in. In the American League, we have 3, 4, 5, 6 teams over 500. Only 5 make the playoffs. So 1/3 of baseball. Let's say if the Angels lose 2 more, go on a 2-game losing streak. Zach, they're one of the last 10. So if they lose the next 2, you could only have 1/3 of the league with a winning record.
Yeah.
And here's the cities: the Yankees and Houston, top 3. Houston's number 3 in the nation in attendance. But then the Rays and Jays are in right now. I love seeing the Blue Jays.
The Rays are always got a good baseball team. seem to have
whatever they do.
They
are in the ball after those first few years, and they got it fixed. Twins are in first. Nobody else over 500 in the Central. The Guardians. I had a picture of a for Tom this week of the Guardians, Zach, and I didn't bring it because he wasn't here. But it was a youth team, and they were named the Guardians.
Yeah, Tom. Hey, Tom, how do you did you ever think your expansion team, Cleveland Guardians, will be in second place?
I would doubt that. No. Dale Curry says no. The Guardians sitting there in second. Cardinals in second by 2 games. They're in a battle with the Brewers for that. Also in a battle for the wild card in the National League. The same thing. Zach, only 6 teams of the 15, which is 40% for you math wizards out there, are over 500. So, you've got 12 teams in baseball out of 30 that are over 500. So there's where we are with that. No bueno on that. So, but the Cardinals got a chance. We'll go over the Major League Baseball leaders. Batting average, Martinez 357, Anderson for the White Sox 356, Goldschmidt for the Cardinals, and who I thought when they got him was going to be a big signing. Now he's starting to finally warm up. 349. He's crushing the ball. Let's see. Aaron Judge is in home runs, Zach. Mookie Betts, Alvarez, Cron, and Christian Walker. Judge with 20 home runs and about 50. So he's on pace to get near 60 in the 50s. Maybe we'll see a 50 home run guy this year. What do you think?
Maybe one. Something's definitely off on the juice. I'll say that.
Have you seen the baseballs are different? They've changed the baseballs. Goldschmidt, 47 RBIs. Ramirez first in baseball with 52. For you old folks, the kids say the RBIs are meaningless stats now.
Oh.
So there you go for that one.
That's horrible.
And here's what's – I'm going to read something.
It kills me. Let's say you're 0 for 4 with, 4 RBIs because you move the runner. You know what I'm saying? Like you move the runner around.
You could be 0 for 0 with 4 RBIs. 4 walks with bases loaded.
God.
Well, I'm just going to read you some of the names, Zach. Tell me if any of these guys are good at baseball. Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, Albert Pujols, Alex Rodriguez, Barry Bonds, Lou Gehrig, Stan Musial, Ty Cobb, Jimmy Fox, Eddie Murray, and Willie Mays. That's your top 10 RBI leaders of all time. Could you not make an argument? That could be your best 9 players. That offensive players ever in the ballpark. And we don't even know. So
that's runs batted in. How can that not be a good stat? That's
because I know that we ain't got time to argue this. They say because it's depending on teammates and someone gets in front of you. And that's the name of the game. That's like saying assists don't mean anything, right? Because it's dependent on your teammate making the shot.
I got to get it to him.
Right. You've got to throw plenty of good passes.
That's why it's called a team game.
Missed.
It's a team stat.
So what do they want? I guess they want Hank Aaron to strike out when he gets up there, Zach, instead of knocking them in. Strikeout's better than a double, according to those. We just like ridiculing that. But anyway,
my God.
That's funny. All right. So let's switch over. We're going to try to get one of the announcers on the show in just a few minutes with about the Cherryville game. So we're going to take a break here right now, JP. When we come back, we're going to talk a little NFL. We are going to get into the NFL in just a second, JP. I promise you. I know you're excited. And more here on KTCBroadcasting.com.